I want you to consider this, especially if you are a Trump supporter or a member of the NRA. Do you really think these kids, these teenagers who spoke out after a shooting at their school are actors who are part of some kind of deep state left-wing conspiracy?
The whole idea of crisis actors is an accusation we've seen pop up time and time again from alt-right and far-right conservative and conspiracy websites.
If the answer is yes, I do believe that, I have some bad news for you. You're crazy. You're a crazy person. Your brain is not functioning.
YouTube is engaging in strikes against our account, saying that we said no one died and that it was crisis actors. And then the videos, in all the videos, we say people died, it was real, and the young adults are not crisis actors, but that they are on the acting team, and out of 3,000 students have been chosen by the media to make it look like everyone's anti-gun, which isn't true.
And you notice, though, that the media is only pushing one narrative from these students, but there's actually other students out there that don't agree with the liberal gun grab.
CNN had originally asked me to write a speech and questions, and it ended up being all scripted.
Colton wrote questions about school safety, suggested using veterans as armed school security guards, but claimed CNN wanted him to ask a scripted question instead.
They had taken what I had wrote and what I had briefed on and talked about, and they actually wrote the question for me.
But not with your words. I mean, they put their own words into your question, even after they'd asked you to send questions in. But that seems dishonest.
We have these networks that don't want us to give our real opinions, and they want us to further their own agendas.
I actually spoke to a CNN producer on Thursday, the day after the shooting, and the producer insinuated to me they were looking for people who were willing to espouse a certain narrative, which was taking the tragedy and turning it into a policy debate, and I read that as being a gun control debate.
You just told this group of people that you are standing up for them. You're not standing up for them until you say, I want less weapons.
CNN says we want the Alex Jones channel banned last Friday, unprecedented, wanting another media outlet banned. They said they filed more complaints over the weekend. And all over David Hogg's Twitter, the main spokesperson, the senior, the young man who's all over the news, a public figure, if you even talk about him, they delete your videos. The videos they deleted today were us saying we believe he's not a crisis actor. We believe he's been given lines, and the other students have, because out of 4 students, you've got 3,000 others that weren't talked to, just like the fake CNN town hall that was scripted.
I'm not an actor in any sense, way, shape, or form. I'm the son of a former FBI agent, and that is true.
I don't want to sit here and say that these kids are being coached, or they're being told what to say, or they're being trained. I'd rather sit here and say, these kids are victims. They're obviously in shock. They're driven by emotion right now. They're confused. They want answers. They want results, and they're young.
One of the videos, David Hogg can't remember his lines. We point out that he's clearly on camera. They've taken this video down everywhere. And someone's filming him off camera while he's being interviewed by national news, but they're taping it. And he keeps going, I can't remember. What do I say? Okay, no, it wasn't a drill. It was a mass shooting. And we say he's probably really tired, or were they feeding him lines? And the person's feeding him lines off camera. That doesn't mean the shooting didn't happen.
Here's David Hogg, who can't remember his lines while being interviewed for television.
Because we have a lot of fire alarms, a lot of fire drills at the school. After we heard the first gunshot, we initially thought it was a drill. Actually, that was a bad choice. It's okay, you're fine. Actually, that was a bad choice because the janitor, sorry.
It's okay, you're fine, David, you're fine.
Honestly, when I was going out, I was kind of in, hold on. It's okay. When I was going out, I was in shock.
Yes, I don't know how to put this in perspective.
Okay. So most of my friends that made it out, one of them went into a bathroom in the same, I believe in the same hallway as the shooter. Oh, hold on.
It's okay.
One of them went into the same bathroom, I believe, as the hallway shooter. He was in there at the same time, and he was in the bathroom, and he didn't know if he was going to live.
He's incredibly well-spoken. I know he's a student journalist at the school. He actually recorded interviews with some of his fellow students, with a girl named Isabel, during while they were in hiding, which I saw, which I just thought showed incredible presence of mind. And as somebody who, you know, is always looking for future journalists, he certainly seems to have that as a possible career ahead of him.
But unfortunately, there are some who not only aren't they supporting these children who just lived through a nightmare they'll never forget, there are some who are attacking them, who call them fake news, who call them fake students. They say they're crisis actors.
This is the attack on your free speech. And people are going, yeah, Alex, we know we're all getting kicked off Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We're all getting censored. You know, help us. I know it's thousands of sites. I can't even keep track of it. And there's no news coverage of the purge.
This kid, David Hogg, who's a student at the high school, he's being attacked. His father, who's an FBI agent, is being attacked by these conspiracy theorists who say he was coached or faking it.
Now, they rejected our appeal on the first strike, so we can't live stream on that channel. But they had frozen the entire channel as of the middle of the night last night, as of this morning, saying we bullied children.
You can't just sit there and let these scumbags spread these lies about these kids.
CNN came out and said, we're going to, and we have filed complaints against Alex Jones, and we're looking to shut him down for saying there were no real people at the shooting and it was all crisis actors and the shooting didn't happen. Now, they didn't show a quote, they didn't show a video, they just lied.
While we'd normally be reluctant to even give these conspiracy theories any oxygen at all, it's what happened next that makes it newsworthy, because the person who hit the like button on the Thomas Paine tweet was none other than the president's own son, Don Jr.
And then they lie about Donald Trump Jr. and say that he said nobody died and they were crisis actors. He just pointed out, why is it 4 kids out of 3,000 and why are they all in the drama club? And that's a fact.
David, first of all, that Donald Trump Jr. is liking tweets espousing a conspiracy theory involving you and your dad. I'm wondering what goes through your mind when you hear that?
I'm just so sorry that these people have lost their faith in America, because I know I certainly haven't.
Groups like InfoWars and other right-wing conspiracy sites are trying to tell us that these children are actually highly paid crisis actors. They weren't really in Parkland. No.
Some might call you cowardly, ill-informed, dangerous, reckless, unbelievable, spineless, gutless shitbirds, dick for brains, you motherfuckers.
Clearly, there were no crisis actors. Video was called The Truth About Crisis Actors. We explained, yes, the 4 students the media's chosen out of 3,000 put on the news are the friends in the local drama club, and it looks like they're putting scripted stuff out, but that doesn't mean that they don't go to that school.
I challenge anybody out there that wants to shut down, whether in media or not, show a clip of myself or Alex Jones saying they're crisis actors. Show one clip. They can't, because it doesn't exist.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.